West Australians are understandably rattled by 3 fatal shark attacks in 7 weeks. After the latest death on Saturday, the state government ordered the destruction of any shark in the area where that attack occurred. The plan has outraged shark experts. They say any move to kill great whites is about winning votes, not about public safety. From Perth, here's Nikki Wilson-Smith.
With its idyllic blue waters and beautiful beaches, it's little wonder that Rottnest Island, 22 kilometres off the coast of Perth, is one of Western Australia's most popular holiday spots. But that relaxed mood was shattered on Saturday when a great white shark killed 32-year-old American diver George Thomas Wainwright.
That's just too scary.
We know they're out there, we know this is the worst time of year, so all I can say to everybody is just be really, really cautious.
It's the 3rd fatal shark attack in Western Australia in the last 7 weeks.
Police divers found Mr Martin's swimsuit on the ocean floor. Experts say tears in the fabric point to the 64-year-old being taken by a large white pointer.
Kyle Burden was bodyboarding at a popular beach in WA's southwest when he was attacked by a shark on Sunday.
The public is alarmed about the prospect of a rogue shark, but scientists disagree.
The only rogue sharks that exist on Hollywood sound stages.
But the West Australian government is taking drastic measures. For the first time, it's issued a catch and kill order on great white sharks.
Norman Moore's Fisheries Minister issued the order to allow the fisheries officers to try and catch or destroy that shark.
If a shark was swimming off Cottesloe Beach this morning and was a threat to human life, then I would say go and capture that shark.
The government directive has outraged the scientific community. The great white shark is an endangered species and is protected worldwide. Authorities also admit that they can't be sure that they will catch and kill the right shark.
I think it's normal to be afraid of sharks. That's why it's such a test of governments and communities to respond when bad things happen.
Christopher Neff is conducting the first study into the politics behind shark attacks, and he says Western Australia's response is baffling.
There is a habit among politicians of making shark attacks a political exercise for showing that they're taking action, and that's often what we see. Shark hunts are an example of a political exercise, not a public safety exercise.
You guys okay over there?
And the experts say poor responses come from a history of misinformation. Movies and books that promote the idea of a rogue shark, on the hunt, thirsty for human blood.
The myths about sharks, continue to be perpetuated because they sell. They make sense to people, and it's reasonable. The sharks bite us, and so we say they're attacking us, and they might come back to attack us. But that's not the evidence, and it's not true.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
The real factors behind shark attacks are far less worthy of a blockbuster movie script.
Sharks are usually boring. They ignore us most of the time. And while people may not pay attention to statistics, you are more likely to be killed by a coconut than eaten by a shark.
Bait fish, seals, bad weather, and staying in the water for long periods of time all increase the risk.
Are we in wetsuits, so we're in the water for 3 or 4 hours instead of 30 or 40 minutes? And more people are going in the water, so we spend longer times in the water. More of us are going in the water, and in this case, you can have more prey in the water. So it sort of creates a perfect storm that can lead to these really tragic incidents.
That perfect storm occurred the day George Thomas Wainwright died, and even his family in Texas have spoken out on American television saying they don't think any sharks should be killed.
It won't bring him back. Doing what he was doing, it's a risk you take, and it was just the wrong place at the wrong time.
The government admits that a long-term solution is needed. Shark nets and culling have been suggested. The official line is that all options are being considered. But it seems even swimmers on Rottnest Island understand that the ocean is the shark's territory.
I think we just got to learn to adapt with these creatures. They belong here, so do we. But they're just part of our environment and we have to respect them.
In the meantime, the search for the shark continues as West Australians return to the water. But the latest attack is still forefront in the minds of holidaymakers.
when we were around Armstrong Bay, I paid my sort of respects. So it is a tragedy, but at the end of the day, they're out there, and it's part of the living on the ocean.
But the fact is that we're in the way, not on the menu. And I know it's difficult to sell that when sharks bite people, but that is the fact.
Nikki Wilson-Smith reporting there from Perth.